Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you the 4 different types of lines that you should master to get better at drawing. So the first one is outline, and so an outline is going to be your most flat type of drawing where your line quality is going to be basically the same all the way around it. So notice this, I'm pressing down the same amount throughout the whole drawing. With a contour line though, it's different. So in a contour line, you're going to be varying your line quality. So you're going to have some areas that are dark and some that are lighter. And what this is going to do is it's going to make it look more 3D. So even though it's just a line drawing, kind of looks like an outline, but it's different. So notice the difference between the outline and the contour line. And the contour line is just going to give a little bit more variation, and it's going to start leading you towards a more 3D look, which we're going to get into with the next 2 different types of drawing. So the next type of line drawing is cross contour. And when you're doing cross contour, what you want to think about is using lines to wrap around the form, and it will make it look more 3D. So if you compare this to the first 2 that we did, it's going to look obviously more 3D, and it's going to start to get you towards crosshatching. So crosshatching is going to be the next one that we do. And with crosshatching, you're going to be adding more value contrast to make it look more 3D, where you're going to be having some shadows and highlights. Now, crosshatching, a lot of times people think of crosshatching in terms of shading and making it just shaded. And that's part of it, but what you're also sort of doing is using lines to shape the form. So you want to think about just hatching, but you also want to be thinking about the direction of line. And that's why you're doing the cross contour, because the cross contour is going to help you understand the direction of line and how to make everything look more 3D. So when you're doing cross hatching, you want to just keep darkening it up until you're happy with it, and then you'll be done with that. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our original outline, and I'm going to add a few more lines just to make it look a little bit more visually interesting. And then we're going to compare these 4 different drawings. So if you look at the outline, you'll notice that the outline is the most flat. So it's not that flat is bad, it's just that it's different. So if you want something really graphic, you probably do want to use an outline. But when you want something that's more 3-dimensional, you want to vary your line quality. So you can vary your line quality by changing your pressure, and you can also vary your line quality by how much you layer over your lines. Another thing that I recommend practicing when you do this type of drawing is the speed of your mark. And so I'm going to link to some drawing exercises that I did in a previous video to show how I get more control over lines, and I recommend you checking that out if keeping control of your lines is something that you're working on. So you'll notice that I'm keep going over it, and I'm sort of building up a little bit of a sense that's kind of sort of heading into the cross contour through these lines. It's helping to shape the form. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.